And good morning. Welcome to Your Money, Your Life with Cheryl Braswell. And he is live in the flesh this morning with us. And so glad to have you here,
Good
Cheryl.
morning. Glad to be here.
Glad you're here and well. And so many people are sick right now. So glad you and I are well.
Yes, ma'am.
But anyway, this morning we're going to continue our discussion. It's going to go in a little bit different direction this morning on IRAs. There's so much we don't know about them, and we need professionals like you, Cheryl, to tell us. Cheryl is with Statewide Insurers Group, and we need people like you to tell us what we need to do, when we need to do it, and all that.
Yeah, what we'll talk about this morning is a little bit different. IRAs, one of the components of an IRA or in the process of owning and distributing your IRA is what's called required minimum distributions. So when a person reaches age 73, the federal government has made up a rule that you have to start taking money. You have to start taking money out of your IRA if you haven't already done it.
Okay.
And there's a schedule, a percentage that you take out each year. And this is my conspiracy theory hat on now. The way the schedule is set up, when you look at them, most accounts will zero out in about between 15 and 20 years.
Right.
Following that, that schedule that you got to keep up with. So you got to be very strategic about how you access your required minimum distribution and to get the best tax situation out of it. And so, we can talk a little bit about some of the ways to do that. And again, you need to talk to your CPA. I'm just telling you things that I have gathered from, my years of practice and helping people with IRAs and the things that we had to do, for them. One thing you can do is you can convert your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. And we'll get into that on detail one show.
Okay.
But that is, if you do this, and depending on your situation, there's different ways that a conversion can be done. But if you will do that, then that conversion eliminates any required minimum distribution on your part from your IRA when you convert it to a Roth. You do not have to do the required minimum distributions. So that, obviously, what does that mean? It means thousands of dollars that are now in your pocket versus going to somebody else's pocket.
Right.
So that helps, stretch out your income for an even longer period of time.
So if you roll it over into, if you roll your money into real estate, let me ask you this. Or something like that. But at 73, I don't know what I'm really trying to ask, but at 73, you've still got to take your money out.
If it is in an IRA or 401k, a simple IRA or SEP IRA, those things are all subject to the required minimum distribution.
Okay.
And the question you asked me about the pure real estate, I am not certain about that standard, but I'll find that out.
Yeah,
I'll find that out and let you know when we meet next time. But in those 4 items there I touched on, those things are subject to required minimum distribution.
Right. Well, naturally, all of us want to pay less taxes.
Amen.
We want to know any way we can not to pay taxes.
Yeah, and the IRA conversion to a Roth is something that we've done a lot of, and in most cases it is highly beneficial to a person to take that route, to do a conversion of their IRA to a Roth IRA, and it is a very individual thing because it literally varies person to person as to what would be the smart route for you to take, the smart way to do the distribute or the conversion.
Sure.
Another way that a person who is subject to required minimum distributions can help themselves is if you use all or part of your required minimum distribution as what is called a qualified charitable distribution. So example, say you give money to your church or to United Way or any qualified charitable organization. If you have what you would do is have your IRA plan, and I'll just make it up, say it's held at Fidelity. Fidelity would do a distribution from your account directly to your church, for example.
Okay.
And you don't touch that money. It is not, in your name in any way, shape, or form during that distribution. It goes directly from the IRA plan to that organization, like your church. And when you do that, you pay no tax on that money. So what have I done there? I've taken money that I was paying taxes on,
Right.
and now I have distributed it to my church, and I pay no tax on that money.
Wow.
So I've increased what I was able to give by 25%.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
reduced my taxes by that much.
Yeah.
And I've satisfied my required minimum distribution. So I've definitely put a plus in my favor of paying less tax
Well, that's
by
good.
doing that. And you can do up to $100,000 in a qualified charitable distribution. So your RMD, your required minimum distribution may not be that big, but if you have other money, you can contribute. That qualified charitable distribution route is definitely, the way you want to do that.
Right.
No question about it.
Wow. So there are 4 ways to reduce tax.
Yep, and that's kind of what we're talking about here, those ideas,
Yes.
different ways to do it. Man, one
You
of those
got a
mornings.
frog like I
Yeah,
did yesterday.
yeah.
I think it's all this
Little
pollen.
pollen starting to float around for the first time in a while. Yeah. One other thing that you can do with this is to use your RMD money to pay what are called qualified expenses. It would be, tax deductions.
Right.
You can use, and so that way you may be in a situation where that money can pay that tax deductible expense.
Right.
So, that's curbing your tax bill a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
On that money. So, the point is with required minimum distributions is something that you have to do. If you don't do it correctly, there is a penalty. Surprise, surprise.
But why, Cheryl? I want to know, why do you have to do it?
IRS regulation.
I
You
just
know,
wonder, though.
And for me, like I said, my
why at
conspiracy theory
73?
is they want you to take that, because think about it, you put the money in this plan, so you didn't pay any tax when you put the money in. And you haven't paid taxes on it as it's been growing. So now, they want you to pay taxes.
They want their money.
And like I said, the way that formula, most people I see that their money is going to be gone in somewhere between like 15 and 18 years. So if you're 73, it means by the time you're 90, you're probably out of money on that account.
Right.
Again, it depends on how it's being managed and things like that. But yeah, it's something you can't avoid. You've got to pay it.
Got to pay Uncle Sam, that's for sure.
Yeah, keep him happy.
Golly. Well, so what do you do at that point, though? At the point that at 73, you're at the point you've got to start taking money out. Is there a better solution?
You have to take it out.
When you take
But-
it out, you're going to pay. If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
take it all out and do something else, you're going to pay. So you're just kind of,
You got to, like I say, you're the only, really and truly about the only ways that you can save that tax situation is like doing conversion to a Roth.
Yeah.
That is, most of the time, that is going to be your best overall.
and you've always promoted Roth IRAs.
Yes, ma'am.
You've
Yes,
always
ma'am.
promoted those.
Why in the world would you not do that?
Mm-hmm.
It's the seed versus the harvest. Would you rather pay
Yeah.
taxes on a $10 bag of seed and never have to pay tax again?
Right.
Or would you rather take that $10 bag of seed and plant it and get your harvest and make $100 profit, would you rather pay the tax on the $100 versus the $10 bag of seeds?
Right.
You know, and that's it in a nutshell, and we'll dive into that in detail again.
Okay, yeah,
sometime,
that'll be
because
good to talk about that.
That's going to save people, you know, over your lifetime, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think you need to go back over the Roth IRA in detail again, because
We'll
I'm
do
not
that.
sure people do understand that, but, so people can sit down with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people may think that you just help with Medicare and things like that.
Right.
But you also can advise them on IRAs and things like
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm what's called an investment advisor representative.
Yes,
So, you know, the short term is, you know, stockbroker.
yes.
And, you know, we work with people on their retirement plans. In fact, next Tuesday and Thursday of next week, we're doing a seminar
Yes.
here in this building.
Yeah, if you want to
Uh,
come, you can come live and sit in and
But
listen
you gotta
to
call,
Cheryl.
you gotta call us,
Yes.
because we've got,
Yes.
only got about 3 or 4 seats left now.
That number, 316-8166. So
Give us a
really,
call.
you've only got,
I'm serious, yeah.
Really?
Both sessions are just about full.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, you better call 316-8166. You can come right here to the gateway,
Mm-hmm.
out here at the college. It's when you walk in the front door, park in the front, walk in the front door, it's right there on your right.
Yep.
So, the room is. So, anyway, we hope you'll come and join Cheryl and listen to what he's got to say, because, I mean, the way things are, which we hope are getting better. Do you see gas coming down? I heard last night on the news gas was coming down. Do you see it? I don't.
I have.
You
Yeah,
have?
yes, ma'am.
I'm
Yes,
looking at the
ma'am.
wrong, I'm going to the wrong.
Yeah, just
Gas
cruising
stations,
around.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen it, you know,
They said gas is coming
slowly
down
but
and
surely.
food's coming down.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a good thing. But anyway, you're welcome to come on out to 2 seminars next week. I guess they can choose which
Yes,
night's
ma'am,
more
Tuesday or
convenient
Thursday.
for
And
them. It's
like
gonna be
I
the
said,
same thing both nights.
correct. It takes 2 nights to get everybody
Yes.
in there. Yeah.
Okay, well, that is very good. Call Cheryl, and if you need to go see Cheryl, make an appointment,
Yep.
because he may not be there. He may be out, because you do, if somebody wants to talk to you about getting an IRA or their Medicare or anything, they need to make an appointment.
Yeah.
You will, if you're an elderly person and
Yeah.
you can't get out, Cheryl will come to your home.
Yeah,
Is that
we
correct?
can do that. Yep, we can
Okay,
do that.
so make your appointment, and tell them where you are located.
Yeah. On 880 Country Club Road, we're at the intersection, Country Club and Hunter Hill, and I call them the condominiums that sit on one corner, the business condominiums. If you're facing them, we're on the far right-hand end, closest to the intersection.
Right, that's exactly right.
Easy enough to find.
Yes, it is. And Cheryl's very knowledgeable, and he'll be glad to assist you with all of that. Even if you're not a senior.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not any age.
We have clientele that are from 20 years old to 94
Sure.
years old, so.
Yes, so come and see Cheryl if you
Yeah.
want to know what to do with your money. Maybe you're coming into some money. Maybe you don't know what to do with it. What's the best thing I can do with this money that I'm about to get? So you want to get all the bang for the buck you can get. So anyway, go see Cheryl, and he can help you decide what you need to do. So anyway, thank you, Cheryl, for
Yes,
being
ma'am.
on
Thank
this
you.
morning. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks.
weeks.
And
Yep.
we'll see you Tuesday and Thursday next week, whichever day you choose to come. Next week, right here at North Carolina Wesleyan College in the Gateway Technology Center. So, and we'll be right back right after this.